A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Hey, everybody. Thank you for listening to another edition of For Light and Dice. Let's get back to our heroes who have decided that they are going to split the party. Let's see what happens. So you all agreed, made your plans. So who's you're taking the one in 2000 to Naboo. Who's piloting that ship? Just to make sure.
So about that,
Uh-huh.
Wynne would actually like Lysander to assist them in piloting the ship, as well as while Wynne will handle takeoff and landing and calculating the jumps to hyperspace. Wynne does want Lysander in the cockpit getting some more piloting experience.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask if Lysander could co-pilot. So
Wynne actually would very much like that. So as they would depart, Wynne kind of walks Lysander through some of what they are doing, and does let Lysander co-pilot as well as take over piloting some of the leaving of Yagdul.
And you bring one and Gonk with y'all, or is Gonk staying behind?
Just one. Gonk is staying behind.
Okay.
Before one goes, Gaz takes one in her hands and goes, "Now remember, you're a very good droid, and we believe in you. And if you work really, really hard, you get one of these little gold star stickers. And don't you want to have more gold star stickers than 2?
I don't have thumbs.
But I have thumbs, and I can put them on you.
Put it on me.
You have to earn the stars, though, which means you have to listen to Wynne and Lysander at all times, okay?
Okay.
Have fun, be safe, you're a good ball droid."
I would like to note you did say listen to them and not obey them, which I think is an important distinction for those two. But
well. Good luck,
Right,
everyone.
awesome. All right, so I'm not going to make y'all roll to get to Naboo, especially if you're co-piloting and taking your time with it. You're in no rush to calculate hyperspace jump, but it will take.
Do we have Ambassador Pohl on the ship, or did she leave with the Republic?
She left to Naboo already.
Okay.
So she did leave you with instructions on where to land. You'll be indeed. Surprise, surprise. And just give her a call when you arrive and are settled.
oh yeah, before we leave, Gaz had that little conversation with one. Lysander goes up to Gonk, is just like, "Take care of them, Gonk. I trust you."
Gonk, he says with authority.
With authority!
Wynne has no heartfelt conversations with anyone before they depart the planet.
Of course. Yeah, so the group, half the group leaves, and the rest of y'all, what do you do on Yagdul?
I guess we go find Cruto.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah, we need
I keep trying not to say Crouton.
Crouton. To figure out where these coordinates are.
yes, while y'all are doing that, would you like me to see if I can't open up some channels to do our other mission on Yagdul?
I thought you were going to accompany to the Council of Navigators to be translator, if necessary.
Right. I forgot that that's my whole job on
Officially, that is One End's job is to be the translator. The real job is murder.
Well, how about this one, and let's go to the Council of Navigators first while we're still on good terms with the Given, and then we'll take care of the trade goods second in case that goes south, and we can at least get the stuff we need while we're still on good terms. And
Alternatively,
Sounds good.
I just thought, we talked about upgrading the ship. Parts might, need to be ordered, so perhaps we should go look into that first in case that takes time to either order or install, and then we go talk to the Council of Navigators while that is being done.
let's see, we have the money from the hut, the money we came with, and then the possible money from the trade goods. So we can use the hut money to start ordering. Is there like space Amazon? I'm asking honestly. That we can just order like as we're walking on a data pad.
So it depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for like common ship parts, you can definitely order them online. If you're looking for the illegal military stuff, that's gonna be a little bit more involved.
How illegal is like a leech ship?
Oh my god, Nathan, I'm Colton.
Pretty. That's a military vessel for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it would be handy. I think it would be neat.
I think it's something that we could work towards because we only have so much money with the hut money right now. Until we actually sell the trade goods, we only have the hut money.
Maybe the trade goods should be the priority first then. So we have trade goods, get rid of that, have all of this money to spend the money, and then go talk to the Council of Navigators while we wait for our stuff to come in.
All right, I'm good with either. What do you two say? Gonk, what do you think?
Gonk. Okay, so on Yagdul, the three of y'all wander over to the Library of Navigation, which, like any other
Did
building
we make a
in
decision
Yagdul,
about what we were doing first, though?
I thought we were doing the trade goods
I'm
first.
sorry. I thought you guys or y'all said you're gonna go there first.
No, we were still debating.
Okay,
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead and debate. I will cut that out.
Chris just wants us to get there.
Yeah.
No. I'm just making sure. I'm being a good GM and making sure y'all don't feel like you're lost or whatever.
Like, the safe option, right, is to get the ship parts, go to the council, and then sell the things right before we leave, right?
Mhm.
No, sounds good to me. Let's
The
go get ship
efficient
parts.
way, the non-safe way, is to sell the trade goods immediately, ship parts council, because then we have more money to get more ship parts.
That's what Zero just suggested.
Yeah. But it's dangerous because if something goes wrong, we're stuck on Yagdul.
This is true.
Well,
Do you have experience with
happening.
this one end selling
Oh,
trade goods?
extremely. Yeah.
All
yeah,
right. So let's do that. We'll go to sell the trade goods. You'll lead that. When it comes to buying the ship parts, I'll haggle for that. And then when it comes to the Council of Navigators, because Zero understands the Sith most, we'll let them lead.
Do I?
We'll see!
We'll find out.
And if
Maybe
worst
something will kick in.
And if worst comes to worst, we'll use two to call Wynne and the others.
Perfect.
Yeah, maybe we'd be like, hey, put one of the Jedi on. Hey, what do you know about all this Sith stuff?
No.
Yeah, no, that was sarcasm. Ooh, that's a new emotion. That's fun.
Yeah! That was odd. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Very proud.
Two says,
Sarcasm is the language of banthas.
Good to know. Should I meet one, I will use it expeditiously.
Meet one what?
A bantha.
Who?
You know what? Good job. Good job, Two. All right.
Two is doing a very good job. Wraps arms around the ball droid to carry.
All right, to sell these trade goods.
All right, well
sell
then.
these
I guess we need to
trade
pick up our
goods,
ship first.
I would suggest we keep trade goods in the ship.
Oh, we just like go tell people we have them and bring them to the ship?
Yes.
All right,
That makes sense.
I'll get Sasha and grime.
So Chris, I'm going to use one of my features, hopefully. And since I served under the person I served back when I wasn't a fully sapient droid, I have a lot of, like, underworld connections. And I'm wondering if I know sort of, like, the main criminal element on Yagdul, like who and where does all crime.
Yeah, so you already know about a cantina called the Equation, which is in the city. And it is actually an establishment that is operated by, it's rumored to be operated by a given that's also a crime lord.
Okay, cool.
And it's okay to conduct appropriate business in this cantina.
Excellent. All right. Once everyone has their weaponry and is hopefully armed to the gills or gears or beak, I guess, I will lead everyone to the Equation.
Is Gonk coming with us?
I was about to ask about Gonkin too.
I think Gonk should come with us because at the very least, we have cover.
Well, and 2 should come to record should things go sideways. So I guess they're both coming along.
Yeah.
To record our demise, just so Wynne and Lysander know.
0 will carry Gonk because Gonk is so slow. So we can actually,
Aww.
move.
We look cute.
Just kind of carry them on their shoulder.
And Gauze
like
is
a very
carrying
big
too.
parrot.
So
Which now makes the art of 0 carrying Gonk canonical.
Aha! Look at that.
Full circle.
Okay, so the Equation is actually a open roof bar. It is a cantina rather. It is located in kind of the square area between 3 major skyscrapers. There is a hologram light show that happens in the very center that kind of beams all this light and all this imagery of different species dancing around. There is loud music playing, being spun by a 6-armed droid. And there are people of all sorts everywhere. There are 4 separate bars that are large and circular that serving drinks of all kinds. And one end, you are already familiar with several of the people here. So can you make a a investigation roll?
Yes. Well, that's not great. I have a 0 to investigation, so that's an 11.
Okay. Now make me a D12 and a D6 roll and add it together.
$13.
Okay. Let me get my chart. Yeah, so you all spend time in this cantina for a little bit. A lot of the people recognize you and offer to, or at least offer Gauze to buy you drinks. One end, you immediately notice that there is a Goldel that is sitting kind of in a booth by himself. His name is Bardio. And Bardio is a well-known spice purchaser.
Well, perfect.
Yeah.
I suppose we probably would have talked about this earlier. Do we all want to go to, like, this person immediately, or should I open communications first before we... I'll bring, like, 12 droids and bird person over to talk to this solitary individual.
We can... You're better at this than we are, one end. Would it be better if we kind of sit off to the side to be your quote-unquote backup?
Probably. That way we don't spook them.
Okay. Can I, make a perception roll, Chris, just to see if anybody, because we do know that we have like bounties on us, just to see if anybody's eyeing us in a way that might not be great.
Oh
Actually,
shit! I forgot about that.
Yeah, make an insight roll.
Insight. Oh, dang it! I was hoping to use one of my feats. Insight. Where are you? Insight. Which one? Oh, 2. Okay. 18.
You do notice that there are a few people in this cantina that kind of look at you, and they kind of have that facial reaction where they recognize you, but none of them seem like they have any ill intent towards you.
Just a heads up, you two. I guess you 4. People are kind of eyeing us. She kind of runs her finger across the drink. Not drinking it, though. She does not trust it because she did not order it herself. Be safe at bars, everyone.
I think Zero will go stand like in a corner so that they're not all together, kind of spread things out. Like, I think maybe leave probably have 2 go with 1N, I would guess, to oh no, they might not want you to record. They might
I can keep 2 with me.
Guys hang on to 2, and then Zero and Gonk will go sort of lurk in a corner.
Okay.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna head up to the Godel. What was her name again?
Bardio.
Bardio. So yeah, in Godel, when I head up, well, hello. Are you Bardio?
Who's asking?
My name is 7A2F, and I have a business proposal for you.
Oh, I only conduct business with people that are honest with me. And your name is not that. Your name is 1N.
That is correct. I apologize for the deception. It was not to deceive you.
I do not blame you. I would hide if Zero the Hutt put a bounty on my head.
Indeed. Well, shall we conduct business? And I will put a piece of paper on the table and slide it to him. This is the amount of trade goods that we are currently trying to offload.
He grabs it and takes a look at it, and his eyes widen, and he says, "Where did you get all this?"
From a individual by the name of Chuck. Got it for us.
I'm not familiar with that, Chuck.
Do not worry. He will not be bothering anyone.
I see. It is a lot, but the bounty on your head is quite substantial.
Do not think that you will live if you try to collect on that bounty.
Can you make an intimidation roll?
I can. That is a 14.
Yeah, so it's at that point you realize that Bardio reholsters his pistol and nods a little bit and says, "I will do business with you."
Excellent. I'm so glad we've had this talk.
Yeah, so he will he pulls out a data pad and starts typing into it, and he slides the data pad over for you, and he is promising essentially the market value of your trade goods.
And the market value is?
Well, here he's going to offer 65,000 credits.
Okay, with a +1 to persuasion, do I think I can barter? And not fail us entirely?
I have a +6 to persuasion if you need help.
I think I am going to, Okay, so when he, slides this over, I'm going to say, I am not at liberty to negotiate prices at the current moment. Please give me 1 moment to call my associate.
Fine.
And I'll buzz Gauze to be like, hey, I need you to haggle.
So you said this was 65. What was the original price that we said?
I thought it was like closer to 100,000.
Yeah, it was 100,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
100. Just so I know what I'm working with. And she just gets up, carries her drink over, just like, come on, two. And she just leans in the bar. Hi. What's your name?
Oh, I am Bardio.
Nice to meet you, Bardio. My name's Lena.
Ooh.
And I am so happy to meet you.
Well, how can I help you?
So I'm looking at this little number here and just... That's not exactly what we were... That's a little bit low, and you don't seem like you're kind of a low ball kind of guy.
Well, actually, I am.
Well, this is premium stuff that we have here. It came straight from Nalhutta. You know, anything that belonged to... What was the name of the hut we killed?
Ebor. Oh God,
Ebor?
Ebor.
Ebor.
I would have. This was Colton being stupid. I would have said, do not mention that we got this from Dead Hut.
Got you. This is... Okay, that's good to know. Because that changed what I was about to say. Thank you. Well, this is some premium stuff. You know, it's not every day that you get something this pure. She kind of looks at one and like, I don't know anything about spice. And refined. It is the most premium of spice. And you're only offering about a quarter of it is worth.
I have never heard of a Chuck, so I don't know about the quality.
You haven't heard of Chuck?
No.
Oh, Chuck is everything. It is a new line from a new dealer. It's something that the galaxy has never seen, and it's what everyone's going to be craving. Everyone's going to be like, give me a Chuck of that Chuck, hon.
Can you make a persuasion roll at advantage?
At advantage, heck yes. Let me grab 2 of my dice. Persuasion?
Wow.
Oh, good. I get to use my expertise finally. Chris, that's a natural 20 plus 6. My first nat 20.
I'll offer you 120,000.
Kind of looks over at one end. Kind of looks back at him. 120,000. How about that in a little bit of discretion? And we'll even put a bonus sticker on it for you.
We agree.
Kind of looks at what I'm like, do we shake on it? What do we do now?
Fantastic. Please go to this location, and I'll slide another piece of paper. Does paper exist in Star Wars? I always forget.
Yes and no.
It does, but people don't
Yes.
use it a lot.
Yes. There is a great moment in Trail of Shadows where they find a handwritten note and the characters have to stop to marvel for a minute that, in fact, it is a handwritten note. So they
Yeah,
do
that's
happen,
right.
just not a lot. It's uncommon to see.
My personal headcanon that like more like rural places like in the Outer Rim uses paper more than like the technological core worlds, but that's just like my
I agree. I
headcanon.
agree with that.
Okay, cool.
I mean, they literally have books in the sequel trilogy, so...
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, cool. Then with our ship is docked, please come to this location in approximately 2 hours, and we will get you your trade goods.
I will meet you there.
Fantastic. And please, do not come with individuals who might be coming to collect the bounty. It will not end well for you.
Thanks, Bardio.
He looks at one end in fear, and then looks over at Gaz and blushes.
Bardio must do a lot of cardio. Bye.
I do force fit.
Force fit? Wow. It shows.
Okay.
I am unwell.
She just gets up and like takes two, like picks up two, like come on two.
Nice. All right. So meanwhile, Wynne and Lysander, you all drop out of hyperspace and you enter the Naboo system. And you, with the instructions you were provided, you know exactly what procedure to follow to basically request to land, and on what landing pad you should take, which again is Indeed.
So when has Lysander bring them fairly close to the planet, while Wynne contacts the Port Authority to go through the necessary procedures, and then Wynne will actually take over for the final descent into Theed.
Okay. Can you make a pilot check? And if Lysander helps you, you get advantage.
Okay. So I assume I get advantage then.
Cool.
It's going to be a 17.
Yeah. So you dock into one of the main hangars where a lot of the smaller private ships are able to land, and Ambassador Pola is already waiting, coming into the hangar area, waiting for you.
Wynne exits, goes to exit the ship, and before they do, they kind of turn back to Lysander right before they're about to depart the ship and says, "Okay, any final questions? You want words of encouragement?" It looks over at one. I don't know how this works.
No, I'm good. I am worried about you, though, one. And Lysander looks at one.
Why worry? We're all friends here. Where am I?
Yep, that's exactly why I'm worried. Just stay close to us, one.
One starts like hovering right above your head.
Okay.
With that, Wynne hits the button to open the boarding ramp to the 1N2000 and departs the ship down the ramp into the hangar. And as they approach the ambassador, they say, "That might have been one of the easiest Port Authority calls I have ever made."
Well, it helps when you're given permission to land here in the first place.
Shocking how that seems to make things so much more easy.
You have excellent timing. The Jedi have just arrived as well.
The Wynne kind of pauses and looks back at Lysander and then says, "The Jedi are here. I thought we were just going to be hollow calling into the council."
I'm rather surprised myself.
"Which ones are here?"
They're not ones I'm familiar with. Perhaps I should introduce you to them.
"That would be
Yes.
a good idea." And Wynne looks back over at Lysander. "You ready to meet some of the Jedi Council, Tiny?"
Yeah. You can kind of see Lysander's, like, hands are kind of, like, balled up in the fist, but he's trying so hard not to, like, start freaking out.
I'm not sure if these Jedi are on the council, but I must admit, I'm not that familiar with the inner workings of the Jedi. I will say, though, I trust them more than I trust the Republic.
"Well, if you trust them, that's..." Wynne kind of gives an awkward thumbs up. "That's good enough for me."
She smirks just a little bit, but then goes back to her emotionless face and turns around and gestures you to follow her. There is all kinds of activity in this hangar. There is one pretty large transport vessel that is currently offloading groups of people who have large suitcases and boxes and stuff, and it looks like they're basically moving into Naboo. Ambassador Pola looks at all of them and nods a little bit and says, "It's interesting to me how the Republic loves to ask for help but never gives it easily."
When, upon noticing this ship, quickly, remotely, you ever do that thing where you walk away from your car and you lock it, but then you're in like a parking garage you don't really trust, so you walk a couple of feet and then turn around and lock it again just to be sure?
Yeah.
Wynne does that. And then kind of looks at the ship and goes, "Yeah, it is super funny how that works with the Republic. Love when groups want things from you, but don't necessarily offer anything in return, or in fact, actively put you in danger. But this is a question for the philosophers and not us, because we have a meeting to get to quickly."
Ambassador Pola stares at you for a little bit, Wynn, and then she says, "You seem rather nervous for some reason."
Nervous? Yeah, a little bit. We're about to meet the, Jedi Council. That's fine. I'm fine. I'm great. Isn't it great for people to have a new home somewhere nice?
Yeah, Lysander puts his hand on Wynn's shoulder and kind of whispers, just "What is wrong with you? Are you okay?"
Wynne kind of angles their back so that they are facing away from the ship that is offloading the refugees and says, "Everything's fine. This is just a little over my normal pay grade."
Can one bap Wood on the head and go, there.
Actually, instead, one says,
Your heartbeat sounds like Kodo drums.
Well, I do like a good drum solo.
Where are these refugees coming from, if you don't mind me asking?
Pola says, "From all over. You see, when the Republic decides to expand into the Outer Rim, they take on some of the responsibilities of the fallout of the conflicts that can happen all over the galaxy, and so they'll ask more established members of the Republic to assist with the refugee program."
That is genuinely a nice thing that your planet is doing.
It is. Very nice. Too nice, if you ask me.
Well, hopefully it's only a temporary measure. I don't know. I'm not really good at the, when kind of waves their hands in the air, politics of it all.
Well, politics are the lifeblood, sometimes, of the Republic.
I prefer my politics to be about 100 years ago and not affecting me at all.
Well, the actions of the past impact the future.
I want that on a calf mug.
Yes, well, this way. Ambassador Pola leads you out of the hangar and takes you into some of the most beautiful and exquisite halls you've ever seen, with marble checkered floors, statues of notable and prominent Nabooans, beautiful stained glass windows, and amazing lighting wall sconces.
Lysander is looking around with if he was a little cartoon character, he'd have the big sparkly eyes, wow.
Ambassador Pola takes you into one of the side meeting chambers and takes you into a large circular room where there are large windows that can see out into the beautiful green landscape of Naboo with the lake just right there. There are several chairs, an exquisite meeting desk that runs about 20 meters long, chairs surround it, and there are two individuals sitting in there. One is let me get this right, a Rhodian who has purple and silver skin. He has white robes and gold trim on the sides. Another is a Jawa. He is also in white robes with gold trim, but his hood is up, and you can see his beady golden eyes.
That's cool.
Wynne is currently, as they walk in the room, asking Ambassador Pola a question about all the museums that may be adjacent to or within walking distance to the palace. However, upon seeing the Jedi, they stop talking, look over at them, and kind of pause for a minute.
Pola gestures towards the Jedi and says, "May I introduce to you Jedi Master Druga Rothal and Vicky Qatar." Well, everybody, that is the episode for this week. Next week, we're going to follow up with both of our heroes who are now on two worlds. Get it? Because that's the name of the episode, and it's the concept of the story and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'll see myself out. Anyway, y'all, thank you so much for listening. Again, as always, it's awesome to make this show. Some awesome role players, awesome story, etc. And most importantly, thank you all for listening to us and taking the time to support us. By the way, the music, or most of the music at least, is created by a composer called Grushkov. You can find them on Twitter and all kinds of social media. They have music based on the High Republic and some other Star Wars music now. It is totally awesome. I can't recommend them enough. You can find them on streaming platforms. You can buy their music outright. I recommend all the above. Why not? If you want to hang out with us between episodes, we're on Twitter at For Light and Dice. Just follow us there and check us out. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our podcast, leave a review, tell your friends about us. We would love more listeners to support the show. And as always, y'all, may the Force be with you.